Today we're taking a look at Quant. This is a coin that I have in my long-term holds, one that I've accumulated at these bottom prices that I continue to nibble at as prices drop down closer to about $100 or less, all for the purpose of selling it during the bull run for some mega profits. So today we're going to check out the charts and we're going to look to see if there's another opportunity coming where we can add this to our bag, and then I'm going to show you the long-range potential, the prices in the future that we could possibly see out of this one project. Welcome back to Road Dog Crypto. My name is Lane, your Crypto Road Dog, and today we're breaking down Quant. So to begin with, here's some things that I really like about Quant. Maximum supply is 14,612. Circulating supply at the moment is 14,544. Most of the coins are out there. Market cap is coming in at 1.9 billion, and this coin has plenty of room to grow. Now, it's got a very interesting price history, and you can see where it was once trading about $12, $15, gradually moved up to about 40 to 50. From there, it moved up to 69, and from here, it just went absolutely bonkers. Hit an all-time high September 11th, 2021 of $427. And for the smart people who got into this early, say around its all-time low of 21 cents, 61,000% gain. Now I'm on the 5-day chart. We already had a red dot that printed on February 5th. Stochastics are coming down, and here I am on the daily. Signs are pointing that we could be going down. And if so, I want to add some more of this to my bag. Now during this bear market, I was very fortunate to pick up some quant in these areas, and even a little bit more in these areas, just right over $100. And given that our indicators are moving downward, some very interesting things I quickly want to point out on the daily EMAs is that we did get a bullish golden cross right here, somewhere around the 2nd of February. Now that generally brings money in, but we're also getting this bearish cross right here of the 100 crossing the 200. So things are going to kind of go down and sideways, mostly is what I'm seeing. And if we do come down, the first area that I want to look at is this area right here, the 618 Fibonacci, which is coming in at $125. Now this also lines up with our 200 EMA. So it's a very real possibility that in this falling channel that we're in, we may find support here and we may break out to the upside. It's possible. So that is one area I would look at to possibly DCA and to nibble at this. So we're currently in a situation with Quant where we could get a bounce in this area and then break out and go to the upside and maybe find a little resistance about $140 as we try to break out of this resistance area, which is part of a much bigger pattern, which we call a symmetrical triangle. And if you watch my channel, you know that I don't trust these patterns very well at all, because typically they can break out in any direction and just end up kind of just making a bigger range to play in. Very rarely do you see one just break out and just start going up like it's supposed to do when you take a measured move. Now, taking this into consideration, there are some areas that I want to look at in case this pattern starts doing a little crazy stuff like they're known to do, and that would be down at about $114 down to as low as $104, $105. That is the main place I'm actually looking to start nibbling just a little bit more heavy into this project. Now, price could drop down here and then, like it normally does with this type of pattern, break back into the pattern, go back up to the upside, and we can just do some crazy sideways trading over the next couple of months. However, there is also the possibility that we could come down to this area. Now, if we do, I'm definitely targeting that area to go in heavy because I did pick up a lot around that range. One other long range target that you might want to put on your radar, even though we may not make it back down there, but a possibility that we may, is $65. This is coming to play over the next 6 months or so. May not even see that at all. However, our indicators are showing that we've got a chance to break to the downside. Since that's happening, this range right through here is on the table to accumulate. Now, toward the end of the video, I'll break down the smaller time frames like the 4-hour. So anyone catching this video early may get a little bit more insight for how to play this on a shorter term time frame. But just to jump out to the big picture, the whole reason that I am trying to accumulate at these bottom areas is so that I can take profit at some much higher areas. From the point that we are right now at about $135, just getting back up to our all-time high area would be 220% return. So that's an easy 2x. Now, I did apply a Fibonacci to this whole move from the top down to the bottom, and that does give me some very valid price targets. Once you understand how Fibonacci works and apply it to the charts, you routinely see that these targets get hit. So in the long run, let's say for anyone that's able to get into Quant about $100, going up to our first take profit area of about $533, 400% return. Going up to our second price target, $589, 455% return. Going up to the goal here, and price could actually go up higher than this, but this is the main target for the price action that we've seen so far. $665 is my main target for quant. That would give me a 526% return, 5xing my investment during this next bull run. And just given the tokenomics, given the roadmap, given what this project does, that's enough to convince me to put this into my long-term HODL bag. And maybe I've given you some food for thought. And you can go visit their site, maybe check out CoinMarketCap, do a little research on your own, and see what you think. See if it might be one that you want to add to your portfolio. But now, just coming down to a lower time frame, something that's a little bit more relevant to our current situation. On the 4-hour, we just got a death cross. And that's where the 50 moving average, it's hard to see here with that orange line, but it just crossed over the yellow line, which is the 200 moving average. This is a bearish sign. Also, this 100 moving average is working its way down. These are some very strong indications we're heading down to some of these lower areas. And that's the biggest reason that I have this little buy box highlighted. We pull up our indicators. The MACD is trying to make a move to the upside. Histogram's trying to move up to the 0 point. We're working on getting a bullish cross. If that blue line ever crosses that yellow line, that could be bullish. It could just go sideways. And most likely, that's kind of what I'm seeing. We are having trouble breaking above this weekly support level that we just lost. Now, losing that will definitely flip that to resistance, and then we will definitely be coming back down to the bottom areas of this channel. Now, that will go around the $125 area, could go a lot lower. We could be looking at this lower trend line area of about $120. So I went ahead and marked that, but I am still looking at these lower areas as price can easily break below this trend line, come down here, and then bounce right back into this trend line and do this, maybe 2 or 3 times. This is a crazy pattern to work with, not at all reliable. Now, on the chance that I'm wrong about what our indicators are showing us and the bearish activity that's coming along, the pattern that is currently in this falling channel does have a 64% chance to break to the upside. Now, the bullish situation for that is to take a measured move and put that to the breakout area. And let's just say that it breaks out here. That would take us up to this weekly resistance area. And this is confluences. This is a very real possibility. This could happen either now, this week, next week, whenever. It could break to the upside, and you could be looking at a target of $188. So to play that, you need to look for price to break above this orange trend line, come back, retest it as resistance, and then we can work toward this trend line. Once we see that happen, we could be looking at that scenario where we're starting to go up to 176, 189. Keep that in mind, but the indicators are acting very bearish right now, so it is highly likely that we'll see some rejection and we may get a push down to these lower areas. Hopefully this has given you a little insight about how you can play this. I also want to bring up the VRVP, Visible Range Volume Profile. Now, when they get thick areas like this, that's usually an indication that may be as far as we go. So that's another confluence that we may see the $105, $106 price points. However, if we do break that, it could be a big drop down to about the $65 to $70 area. And even if that one drops, there's very little volume until we come down to this area, which is actually our point of control. Now, usually that is like a magnet and that attracts price. Just let me warn you, signs are saying we could possibly drop down to $45. If we do, I'm definitely gobbling this up. That would make a double bottom situation here, which would be very bullish in the long run, and we would start working our way back up. If that situation were to play out, and let me just kind of forecast how this would work if that did happen, there would be a measured move from that, and we would put that at the breakout area, which would be the top right over here, and that would take us up right to this area, about $428, top of the range, just a little bit below our previous all-time high, and also at this Fibonacci level. So that's a very real possibility it could happen. There is some confluence ideas that would support that to play out. Just throwing that out there as a bonus. If you found this information helpful, hit the like button, maybe subscribe to the channel, check out our Telegram group for some excellent resources, cool people hanging out, trade setups, posting charts, answering questions, the whole works. But until next time, my name is Lane, your crypto road dog, reminding you that you got this, baby. Be blessed.
You're getting very wealthy and you like this video. You want to subscribe to this channel because you like it.